I'm sorry, guys. They don't do it.
That's it. It's perfect. So proud of you.
How you guys doing? Ready to go? Yes. Oh, that's the key.
She was opening the door and she was like, oh, I have it.
What are all your parts? Say it in 1, 2, 3.
It's like page 5.
Okay.
I'm Psalm 96. Lead play. Yeah, Mom, I think White House. Mom.
We don't believe you.
Mom. Page 6. Oh wait, she's on number 2.
You like it?
Seriously, and then yeah, I do exactly what I
We were in the dog room. We were like in the human body. That's
All at the same time.
Just remember code number 2. Are we 2 more minutes? 2 minutes.
Code alpha with an orange dome. They're the same part. Oh yeah, my mom wants us to do Saturday morning. Are we ever going to use Grandma. Today's Friday. Detroit and Cincinnati. Today were you? Yeah. When I texted you. Now what do you all close to that guy and he's like, where? Okay, let's go. It's Mr. Smooth. Up there. Up there. Like where it's
Saturday.
He's right at the camera. Who's the troll?
I don't see nothing. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom and welcome to our 4th and 5th grade class Shabbat, Kito Daled, and hey, you guys are one big formidable group. Yes. And you can say an early thank you to your teacher Sam and Lila and Nurit who teaches you Hebrew. And you guys all have a special place in my heart because of Shalva. I've known a lot of you for a long time. So you're going to be leading us today, right? Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. 100%.
We begin with the lighting of the Shabbat candles.
La 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 la. Vetsivanu lahadlik ner, Vetsivanu lahadlik ner, Shel Shabbat. La 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 Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, instilling in us the holiness of mitzvot, by commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. This day for Israel is joyous and blessed, with light, happiness, and Shabbat rest. Let us, peace to you, messengers of the Most High, from the ruler of rulers, Holy One, praised be God.
95. Let us sing to Adonai and rejoice in the rock of our strength, greeting the Holy One with psalms of praise and thanks. Arbaim Shana Akupadur Vaumar Am Torah Levavhem Hem Loradu Derahai Hashem Ishbati Napi El Minotun Reti.
Psalm 96. Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea and all in roar praise.
Psalm 97. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name. Or zaru ala sadik, uleishrei lev simcha, simhu tzarichim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezeher kodsho.
Turn to Lecha Dodi, the psalm, center of a Kabbalat Shabbat service, the moment when the spirit of Shabbat rests upon all of us.
We rise for the last stanza of Lecha Dodi, and we face the entrance to greet the bride Shabbat along with the 4th and 5th graders. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, Penei Shabbat Nekavela.
Please remain standing. We turn to page 4 in our booklets, or 39A if you're in the prayer book, for our Baruch Hu, our call to worship, facing the ark. Please be seated.
Does he finish after I finish? So after I do mine. After I do.
Creator of day and night, you roll light away from darkness and darkness away from light, and cause the day to pass and night to come, dividing day and night. Adonai Tzivaot, ruler of the heavens, is your name.
Eternal God, rule over us now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, who makes the evening fall.
Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai Tzivaot Shemo.
El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'arif Aravim.
With unending love, you have loved Israel, your people, teaching us Torah, commandments, laws, and judgments. Therefore, Adonai, our God, before we go to sleep and when we arise, we will concentrate on your teaching. We will forever rejoice in your commandments, for they are our life and give meaning to our days. May you never take away your love from us. Praise are you, Adonai, who loves the people Israel. Va'ahavetaha al tesir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai our God, Adonai is one. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובבתך בדרך ובשבתך ובקומך, ופרקתם לעוד על ידך, והיו תוצפון בין עיניך, ובטבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you today shall always be in your heart. Teach them to your children, speak of them when you are at home and when you are away. Repeat them when you lie down at night and when you rise up in the morning. Bind them as a sign upon your arm and place them as a reminder between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your houses and on your gates.
Your children saw your majesty when you parted the sea before Moses. This is God, they shouted, and then said, Adonai shall rule forever and ever. And it is said, Adonai has saved Jacob from a strong, powerful people. Praised are you, Adonai, who has helped the people of Israel. Umalhuto baratzon, kiblu alehem, Moshe u'Miriam, u'bnei Yisrael, lehanu shira besimha rabba, ve'ameru kulam. Venemar kifada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miad haza mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gaal Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Le'amidenu Malkeinu L'chaim Hashtivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Ve'amidenu Malkeinu L'chaim.
Help us, Adonai, our God, to lie down peacefully and then wake us up again as new. Spread us over your shelter and take of peace and guide us with your good advice. Help us for your own sake and be like a shield around us, protecting us from enemies, disease, and violence, hunger, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our compassionate ruler. Guard us as we come and go so that we may live peacefully now and forever. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads shelter and peace over us and Jerusalem. Ushmor tzitenu v'oenu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Uvros aleinu sukkot shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Please rise.
Tam berit olam, beinu bein bnei Yisrael, oh hili olam, V'shamru bnei Yisrael, et hashabat, lasot et hashabat, l'Adonai berit olam. K'sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat lasot et hashabat ligdor otam berit olam. Yuvayom hashvei
hashvei, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash.
The people of Israel shall bless the Shabbat, observing it throughout the generations as an everlasting covenant. It is a sign between me and the people, Israel, forever, that in 6 days Adonai made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day Adonai rested and was refreshed.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה קירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יש מרבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה ודמירן ועלמה ויאמרו אמן.
We now have our silent prayer. If you'd like to follow the words in the prayer book, they are in the Sidurim, page 47 to 52, 47 to 52 in the Hebrew or English, or you can just find the words in your heart. I know you've been practicing the silent part.
Israel, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'akol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom
Please remain standing for Kiddush.
And the class will join me with this on our page 11. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagaven. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'yava v'ratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat.
Amen. Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. So we have a member of our congregation, a young member of our congregation, whose name is Zoe Levine. And I remember it wasn't so long ago that she was sitting doing what you guys are doing today. And I remember her bat mitzvah wasn't so long ago. She's around 20 years old now, a little bit more than that. And she always loved softball. How many of you are into softball or baseball? Okay. So she was always into softball. And she got so good at softball that they called her up last year and asked her if she wanted to play on Israel's national softball team. And so she's going to become Israeli. And just last month, she was in California trying out for the Israeli national team. And I heard that she just loved it. She loved being there. She loved being with everybody else there, shared her identity, was Jewish. It was just so cool. And they just talked about what it was like to grow up Jewish wherever they were from, because they were used to playing in leagues where each one of them was usually one of the only Jews or the only Jew on the team. And I heard it was especially meaningful to her and her family, because that day, that same day where she had her first ever tryout in California for Israel's team, was a special historic day for her family. Because on that day, in December 1944, that her great-grandfather was fighting the Germans as a U.S. soldier in one of the most difficult and terrible battles of all World War II. Your parents, or some of you may have heard of it, the Battle of the Bulge. And so her great-grandfather was part of the 101st Airborne. Have you ever heard of that unit? They were parachuted down. They're an aerial assault company. So they parachuted down, and they arrived in a town called Bastogne, and they were completely surrounded by the Germans. How do you think they felt? Kind of scared, right? Scared. And the Germans sent over a delegation and said, "Do you guys want to surrender?" And what did they say? They said no. They said, "We're not going to surrender." And they said the Germans were so surprised, and their commander sent back a message to the German commander, something of the equivalent of never. One word, I'm not going to say what that word was in shul. But the Germans were so surprised because they said they had no chance. But you know what? They fought really, really bravely, and somehow they managed to survive until General Patton, who was one of the big generals of World War II, U.S. general, came and rescued all of them. And they were so unbelievably brave not to surrender. And if someone had told Zoe's great-grandfather then, not only are you going to survive this battle, but that your great-granddaughter is going to play softball for Israel's national team, a country that hadn't even been invented yet. It was just a dream at that point. It was still 4 years before Israel was even going to be created. It was a dream of Jewish people for thousands of years. He would have said, I do not believe this could ever happen. It would have sounded like a dream. But sometimes dreams do come true, and amazing things can happen, especially when we just do everything we can and we're brave and we do it for a greater cause. And so this is also one of the messages from our Parsha this week, which is a story when the Jews leave Egypt. So what happens when what happens with the sea? What happens to the Red Sea when the Jews are about to be? It goes up, right? It splits. And so what happened? They left Egypt, and when they left Egypt, they got to the sea, and who was coming up behind them with chariots? The Egyptian army. And they were so scared because in front of them was the sea, and behind them were the Egyptian chariots, and they thought there's no chance we're ever going to be able to do anything. So they panicked. Not only they panicked, but even Moses panicked. And Moses said, God, save us. And God said, why are you asking me to do something? Why don't you go and head into the sea? And so one man was really brave. His name was Nachshon. Can you all say Nachshon? Nachshon. And he walked into the waters, and when the waters were just about to go over his head, suddenly the water split, and they were all able to walk through the waters and go through. And so then the Egyptians went back after them, and the waters came back, and they were able to defeat the Egyptians. But if you would have told all of them, when the Egyptians were behind them and the water was in front of them, that they would get out of that, they would have said, there's no way we're ever going to get out of this. It would have felt completely and utterly impossible. But they did it. And that was a big miracle. So we don't always see big miracles like that, but there's lots of little miracles. And even the Talmud says, I'm not sure if 4th and 5th graders love this idea, but even when two people love each other, when two soulmates find each other, that's like the waters of the Red Sea parting. That's a big miracle too. I know, you, right? So Zoe's great-grandfather, right, he was sitting in a life-threatening battle for the country he loved, and he was fighting against an adversary that were trying to wipe out the Jews, the Nazis. And how could he believe that our 2,000-year-old dream was going to happen and that a country would come true? And they would have a softball team, and that his own great-granddaughter was going to be on that softball team. He would have felt impossible. There's no way that's going to happen. And so this is a lesson of the Parsha, that we should all be brave. Brave like Nachshon, brave like the Israelites who walked into the water, brave like Zoe's great-grandfather, and brave like Zoe. And that if we want to make it happen, if we will it, it will happen. Believe in your dreams, and nothing is impossible. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Let's turn to Aleinu. We rise. We're on page 12 of our packets.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים יוצא הארץ, מושב מקרוב השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום השבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתינו.
Please be seated. We turn to our Mourner's Kaddish on page 13 of our packets. This week we are observing the following yard sites as a community: Yonatan Ben Harush, Jenny Bramson, Lottie Brenner, Sol Bruckhartz, David Chapman, Frida Chernick, Lillian Fulcher, Charles Glasser, Anna Gonsior, Ruben Harris, Julius Lee Kabaker, Emmanuel Cantor, Ida Kramer, Oscar Lerner, Mildred Marshak, Beverly Martin, Bob Nelson, Menachem Peled, Evelyn Pielet, Golda Safe, Eva Shafton, Ruth Siegel, Shirley Sofer, Rebecca Weiner Solowitz, Naomi Tachin, Hans Washtel, Marion Shirley Wolfman, Joseph Zafrani. If you are in mourning or observing a yard site, please rise and join me in the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba be'alma divra cherute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael b'gala v'zman kari v'mu. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olmei amaya yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitchomam v'yitnaseh Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei, Kudasha, Brichu, Neila, Mikol, Berchata, Veshirata, Tush Bechata, Venechemata, Damiram, Alma, Vimru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba, Min Shemaya, Vechaim, Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael, Ve'imru. Amen. Ose Shalom Bimomav, Uyase Shalom, Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael, Ve'imru. Amen. I just want to share a few words of congratulation and mazel tov to the class. And every year it's so nice to see you do a little bit more and get better at your Hebrew, and you all have such nice Hebrew accents and doing a great job with all of it. And it's hard to believe you're only 3 years away from your bar and bat mitzvahs. It's really coming up really fast. And Judaism is just like flying a kite. It's hard to get the kite up, but once you got the kite up, it's really fun to get the kite flying up there in the skies. And so that's what you're all doing. You're all learning how to do that. And one of your teachers that you had just for 1 year, Miss Crook. Remember Mrs. Crook? Yeah. So she used to say to everybody that her mother said to her, that all of you do a lot of activities, right? You play sports, you do this. But probably 40, 50 years from now, you might not be playing those same sports, but you will still all be Jewish. And so the more time you spend doing all of this is an identity that's going to be with you your whole life, and you can do whatever you want with it. It's all up to you. This is part of your identity, part of who you are. So Yasher Koach, and I want to thank the cantor, and I want to thank Mr. David, I want to thank Mr. Sam and Miss Lila and Mrs. Nurit for helping with all of you, and for our Hebrew program. And Mazal Tov and Yasher Koach. And now I'll invite Principal Schwartz to come share a few words.
You guys did a great job. This is your 4th time doing this, and every year you get better. So I'm very impressed. I'm looking forward to your bar and bat mitzvah ceremonies in only a few years, which feels like a long time away, but we'll be here before you know it. And I think that you guys are on track to do a great job. I'll echo the thank yous that we got. Thank you, Cantor, for your work preparing them. Thank you, Maura Sam, Maura Lila, Maura Nurit, for all your work with the kids. A few logistical announcements. After the service is over, so not yet, but after, I don't know then everybody will go next door for dinner. So please find your seat. The sooner you find a seat and get quiet, the sooner we can get started with the blessings and then with the eating. And with that, I'll turn back over to the cantor.
What a pleasure to work with you all. You're a wonderful group. I love the enthusiasm and the pride you have in what you do. We have one more song, our ending hymn. It's the back of the booklet, or page 211 in our Sidurim. Kids, stand up, and Elena will announce Adon Olam.
God ruled before the world came to be and will rule at the end of time. Our days and nights are in God's care. Because we trust in God, we have no fear.
ואחרי ככלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא אדון עולם. והוא היה והוא הווה, והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם. והוא אחד ואין שני, לים שלו להכבירה אדון עולם. בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוזי המשרה אדון עולם. והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי בצרה אדון עולם. והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם. בידו על כדרוכי, בעת ישן ויעירה אדון עולם. ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לב אלוהי רע אדון עולם, אדון עולם, אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם הוד, בטרם מלך להתנסה, ובעצם כל ישנו לשינם נקרא אדון עולם.
Please rise for our concluding bracha. Kadosh Baruch Hu, Holy One, bless this class, that they may find our tradition ever sweeter, that they may be empowered by our values and by their friendships and by our community to go do good and bring our world to peace and wholeness. And let us say, Amen.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May Adonai bless and protect you.
יאיר אדוני פניו אליך וחונקך.
May Adonai's countenance shine upon you. May Adonai bestow kindness upon you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May Adonai's countenance be lifted towards you. May Adonai grant you peace. Shabbat shalom.